Tonight on the Bayou Breakdown, LSU prepares for its massive tilt against the Crimson Tide, how one international student is defying the odds, and a volleyball star's journey to national acclaim. All this and more, the Bayou Breakdown kicks off right now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bayou Breakdown. I'm Madelyn, Frentress.
And I'm Jaida, Farris. Well, New Orleans Saints fans are happy today because the Saints have officially fired head coach Dennis Allen after the team's 7th straight loss on Sunday to the Carolina Panthers. After being named head coach in 2022, the team has gone 18 for 25 under Allen, and his career record now sits at 26-53, which is the third worst, in the history of NFL coaches with 75 games or more. The Saints named special teams coordinator Darren Rizzi as their interim head coach for the time being as the Saints host the Falcons next weekend.
Heading up I-10 to Baton Rouge, it's LSU who will be looking to get back on track after the bye week as they prepare to welcome Alabama to the boot this Saturday. In the loss to Texas A&M nearly 2 weeks ago, the Tigers struggled to run the ball, which proved costly down the stretch. The lack of a run game has put added pressure on quarterback Garrett Nussmeier, who threw for 405 yards but also 3 interceptions. And head coach Brian Kelly realizes the team can't solely rely on Nuss to get the victory.
Garrett can't be the guy that feels like he's got to go do everything. And part of it has to come from Garrett to understand that, I don't have to make a play every time I'm out there. 0 is okay, right? So a little bit comes from Garrett, and a little bit comes from play calling, and a little bit comes from, the ability to commit to making sure that we have some more balance in terms of the running game. And that means we got to block better, and I don't mean just the 5 guys. I mean, the receivers and the tight end and the backs got to do a better job of seeing things and getting to the second level and making people miss. So it's an all-in thing.
With an upcoming matchup against yet another mobile quarterback in Jalen Milroe, the Tigers will look to weather not just the Tide, but Tropical Storm Raphael. With the storm heading towards Louisiana, we'll have you up to date on how that will affect the game this weekend, so make sure to keep your eyes peeled.
While we keep our eyes on that, it's hard to ignore the ensuing chaos in the SEC.
Yeah, Jaida, the Florida Gators would enter the world's largest outdoor cocktail party looking to knock off their hated rival Georgia in another edition of this classic matchup. Carson Beck, Georgia quarterback, kind of the turnover king this game. I mean, he's got some more turnover problems. 3 interceptions in this game alone, and Florida ends the half up 13-6 because of that. Beck has got some, he's got some work to do. He's 25 for 40 in this game, threw for 309 yards. And like I said, those 3 interceptions were pretty costly. He's eight interceptions in his last 3 games and 11 in his last 5. Now, Florida's quarterback, on the other hand, DJ Lagway, he got injured in this game. And Aiden Warner, the Yale transfer, Ivy League guy, he stepped in. Lagway was 2 for 6 and had 47 yards. Warner, 7 for 22. He had 66 yards and an interception, but Georgia's defense would take over. They stepped up big when they needed to, and the offense outscored Florida 28-7 in the second half. And, there might be some trouble beyond for Georgia. They head to Ole Miss this week, Jaida, and Florida's turnaround takes a hit as well. They'll play Texas next.
Well, if you head a little bit north of Jacksonville, you'll run into Columbia, South Carolina, where the Carolina Gamecocks were looking to upset Texas A&M in prime time. And that's exactly what they did. Carolina jumped to an early lead with sophomore Lenoris Sellers absolutely balling out. 13 for 27. He had 244 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown of his own, and 106 yards. Now, Raheem Rocket Sanders, the running back, had 20 rushes, 144 yards. And you see, they don't call him Rocket for no reason. He had 2 touchdowns of his own. And USC outran A&M 286 yards to 144 yards. Now, Marcel Reed may have been a problem for LSU, but he was no problem for USC. USC takes this one 44-20 in a complete upset of the top 10 team. Now, switching from the field to the track and to one runner in particular who's been dominating the running world, he doesn't let his age define him.
Reporter Juliana Russell has the story on him. Juliana?
LSU has many international student athletes, yet it's not very common for them to come in as a freshman almost in their 30s. But Emity Kiplimo is all of the above and then some, yet won't let the odds stand in his way.
He'll pull the train, so to speak, the whole way.
We say like we had Emity, and Emity, he ran until maybe we say 40.
For middle distance runner Emity Kiplimo, it was a long road to LSU, 8,500 miles to be exact. And he did it for one reason, LSU's championship track program. At 29 years old, he enters LSU as a freshman. While many think that's insane, he sees his age as an advantage.
They are young, but in athletics, according to age, doesn't matter. Yeah, you can be at 28, and you have somebody working on at 20 or 18. But the idea is getting together, work together. If there is some place like I can give them my advice, I give them.
He's a great teammate. Feel like when we get done.
Cross-country coach Houston Franks took Emity in because of his speed and endurance. His leadership quality was a bonus.
It's almost kind of been like having an assistant coach out there a little bit, because he's really taken some guys under his wing. He's showed them some things to do a little different, try this, that, and the other, maybe with their mechanics of running and things like that.
Being from Kenya also gave him a leg up. The National Institutes of Health says that since the 1968 Mexico City Olympics, Kenyan and Ethiopian runners have dominated the middle and long distance events in athletics.
In the world of distance running and middle distance running, Kenya is the absolute premier place, so to speak. That's their football.
But statistics don't matter to Emity. He wants to use his knowledge of running to help his younger teammates.
He will having that motivation, like running. He will not keep on like say, oh, I'm finished. Say, seen Emity at age 28, and he wants to give up. No.
And he may never give up on running. After he puts up his running shoes, he still wants to coach others. For Tiger TV Sports,
looking good.
I'm Juliana Russell. Emity is majoring in kinesiology, which is another possible career route, but no matter where his career takes him, running will always be in his blood. That's all I have. Back to you guys at the desk.
Now, if you take a look around Baton Rouge, you'll likely see a few local businesses repping LSU football. Reporter Patricia Caputo spoke to a group of Baton Rouge firefighters who are using a giant skeleton to show their support for the Tigers.
Try to get it in his hand.
When the firefighters at Station 11 in Baton Rouge aren't saving lives, they are busy maintaining Brian Skelly, their 12-foot skeleton.
I'll make a promotion next year, and with that promotion, I'll probably have to leave my group of guys. We've been together, I guess, about 3 or 4 years now, and I said, well, you know what? Let's go out big this year.
To accomplish that goal, Captain McConnell needs a little help from the fire truck's pike pole.
We'll borrow something off the truck and have them stab the person. A lot of homework went into this.
Rookie Halton Bro is responsible for changing this small skeleton shirt each week to match LSU football's latest opponent.
It's really fun to see how people interact with those skeletons. You know, everybody's coming around taking pictures.
Despite their careful execution, Bro made a rookie mistake when he put on the skeleton's LSU jersey.
Actually, on the back, it's supposed to, the L3 is on the back of it. It's actually supposed to be in the front.
L3, like Aerial 3, also known as Ladder 3, the fire truck Bro is assigned to.
Reason it's Station 11, not Station Ladder 3.
Despite their friendly disagreements,
This will be fine, bro. This will work.
the crew works together to create a gravestone for LSU football opponents, as if Tiger Stadium wasn't intimidating enough.
We can't spray paint it at first. We had to paint it first. So we paint it and then spray paint the symbols and stuff on it.
We just had a lot of fun with the whole project.
What's more fun than a gigantic LSU skeleton who towers over its opponent? Maybe a football game in Death Valley, where LSU's dreams come to life and where opponents' dreams come to die. Patricia Caputo for Tiger TV Sports.
Holo weekend may be over, but Brian Skelly is still standing tall outside the station ahead of what may be LSU's scariest matchup of the year when Alabama comes to town on Saturday. We're about to head to the break, but stick with us. Andon Brabham joins us with the lockup. Don't go anywhere.
Get Gordon. and get it done. Yeah, everybody know Gordon in a 225. He done link with Big Four. He got buku ties. Ferrari sliding, flying in a new coupe ride. And every time I ride by, I see a brand new sign. I'm a Gordon. I know that he gon' get it done. Whether it's a big truck crash or a hit and run. Recovery funds, he fighting to get a ton. Mike Epps, man, we all about the Benjamin. Handling injuries, man, are you kidding me? Gordon McKernan, that's champion energy. Yeah, family man with a family plan. Get Gordon, he gon' fix it like a handyman. Gordon, and get it done.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
You feel bad?
Yes.
Oh no, I don't feel bad. This is the
Purple Room podcast is back. And now we're live from walk-ons every Friday before home football games.
Run by passionate students, the Purple Room delivers all the latest LSU sports and culture.
Join us for great food,
cold drinks,
and for a chance to win free loaded cheese fries.
The Purple Room, the ultimate pregame podcast party.
Live from walk-ons every Friday before home football games.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical to save the day. From electrical issues to keeping you comfortable, plumbing repairs, and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical, your one-stop solution for electrical, AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call or visit us online at southernairbr.com.
Welcome back to the Bayou Breakdown and welcome to the newest edition of The Lockup. I'm Andon Brabham. This week I'm bringing you two guys that were absolute game wreckers on the defensive side whose havoc helped both their teams to scary dominant wins this Halloween weekend. Up first we have North Carolina defensive lineman Bo Atkinson. And this guy is just an absolute physical freak, 6'6", 265 pounds, and he's only a true sophomore. That's a 19-year-old kid absolutely wrecking a veteran Florida State offensive line. Right here, he runs a little ET stunt with his defensive end and absolutely demolishes Brock Glenn, the quarterback. His high-level versatility, he lines up everywhere on the defensive line. He's a phenomenal tackler, gets the shoestring right there. He's had 3.5 sacks all year last year. He had 3.5 just in this game. Elite top-line speed, elite physical tools. He is an absolute monster for this North Carolina team. He's got 6.5 sacks on the year as North Carolina beat Florida State 35-11. Speaking of physical freaks at the defensive line position, few guys in the NFL showcased that quite like Bengals defensive end Trey Hendrickson. 6'4", 270 pounds, and somehow still underrated by most people in the NFL. For my money, he's got the best bull rush in the league by far. He's a phenomenal athlete. Elite strength. Was looked at as undersized coming out of the draft, too. That's the crazy part. And he uses his strength so well, uses his legs so well to really stand these tackles up, and they've got nowhere to go but backwards. As you see right there, he gets to Gardner Minshew. They made the Raiders' life a living hell, to be honest with you. The Bengals absolutely dominated this game on both sides. Trey Hendrickson had 4 sacks and 7 quarterback hits. He's got 11 on the year, which is tops in the National Football League. The Bengals would beat the Raiders 41-24, and Hendrickson is a huge reason why. That's all we have for this edition of The Lockup, and remember that defense wins championships. Keep it locked. More Bayou Breakdown on the other side.
Get Gordon, and get it done. Yeah, everybody know Gordon in a 225. He done link with Big Four. He got buku ties. Ferrari sliding, flying in a new coupe ride. And every time I ride by, I see a brand new sign. I'm a Gordon. I know that he gon' get it done. Whether it's a big truck crash or a hit and run. Recovery funds, he fighting to get a ton. Mike Epps, man, we all about the Benjamin. Handling injuries, man, are you kidding me? Gordon McKernan, that's champion energy. Yeah, family man with a family plan. Get Gordon, he gon' fix it like a handyman. Get Gordon, and get it done.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. savor the day.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Feel bad?
Yes.
Oh no, I don't feel bad. This is
The Purple Room podcast is back. And now we're live from walk-ons every Friday before home football games.
Run by passionate students, the Purple Room delivers all the latest LSU sports and culture.
Join us for great food,
Cold drinks,
and for a chance to win free loaded cheese fries.
The Purple Room, the ultimate pregame podcast party.
Live from walk-ons every Friday before home football games.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical to save the day. From electrical issues to keeping you comfortable, plumbing repairs, and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical, your one-stop solution for electrical, AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call or visit us online at southernairbr.com.
Welcome back to the Bayou Breakdown. I'm Kennedy Banks. Journey Robinson has taken the college volleyball world by storm. In just her sophomore year, the outside hitter is already cementing herself as a top player in the country, one kill at a time. Then if you could describe your style of play in one word, what would it be?
Aggressive.
Journey Robinson has proved that she's a force to be reckoned with. The sophomore came in hot with 28 kills in her collegiate debut and has been up from there ever since. While the transition to college is tough, Robinson didn't need much of an adjustment period.
I was just kind of playing because my parents were trying to warn me to say, like, college is different than high school or college is different than club volleyball. So this whole time I was just not expecting it to be that good. I was just kind of going out there and trying to do my own thing.
The saying goes, you get out what you put in, and Robinson has reaped plenty of benefits. In just her first year, she became the third player in LSU volleyball history to be named the AVCA South Freshman of the Year, and she hasn't slowed down yet. Clocking a double-double every other game, Robinson absolutely scorches every court that she graces.
I think it just comes from being competitive. Like, I try to have two different personas on and off the court. Like, I don't want to be that aggressive off the court, or at least I hope I'm not. But just like having that fire and that intensity on the court and then being kind of calm off the court helps me maintain the two.
Off the court, the outside hitter is not just what meets the eye. While viewers see Journey the player, her impact goes far beyond. With less than 2 years at LSU under her belt, Robinson is already the go-to girl.
I think Journey is very passionate about the game, and I think it's contagious, and I think the team feels that, and they thrive off of that. I think what most people don't know is that, you know, outside of volleyball, this team relies on her. They see her as a leader of this team, and a lot of the young kids go to her with a lot of situations, whether it's on the court or off the court, and I think that speaks volumes as to who Journey really is.
With Journey just getting started, the volleyball world better keep a close eye on this rising star. Yesterday, Journey recorded her 10th double-double of the season and her 10th 20-kill performance. Today, her and the team are preparing for 2 straight road SEC matches against Tennessee and Kentucky, where she will surely be the center of attention. That's all I've got. Now back to y'all at the desk, where we have some more on-campus action.
Well, that's right, Kennedy. You may have gotten lost in all of the sports world this weekend, but if you didn't hear, women's basketball is back. Madelyn, who are you excited to see this year?
We're back, Jaida. I'm so excited to see Flau'jae Johnson. I mean, I really think that she's going to take a leadership role on this year. I know she's got a rap career, and people have kind of been thinking, like, is she going to be able to manage both? Is she going to be able to balance it all? I think this offense is going to be spectacular. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, she might have been at Lil Louisiana Fest over the weekend, but she had 29 points in their game last week against LSUA, and then she had 100% completion from that three-point line. You know, you have Kaylin Gilbert, the transfer from Arizona, a big addition to this team, 26 points last week, 9 for 10 from the free throw line, and of course, we have sophomore Michaela Williams, somebody you're always going to want to watch.
They'll be there in the PMAC tonight at 7 o'clock.
At 7 o'clock against Eastern Kentucky, so I might be there, who knows. But
I hope so. I hope I'll be there too. That's going to wrap up this week's edition of the Bayou Breakdown. Don't forget to watch Tiger TV's own podcast, The Purple Room, which talks all things LSU sports, entertainment, and culture every Friday on YouTube and Spotify. That's all for now. I'm Madelyn Frentress.
And I'm Jaida Farris. Have a great night, Tigers.